Hey there, Sagittarius.
Welcome to your reading for thời gian này.
You have this fox card in the whip. So, these two cards can represent feeling. It's almost like I get this feeling of feeling like you're being pushed into something, or like feeling like you shouldn't be pushed into something. I would just I don't really feel it's bad or anything, but I would just be careful of any people who are pushy, or people who are trying to talk you into things. That's more the energy that I would avoid, in this first row. You have the Three of Swords, the Moon, and the Four of Wands. A lot of people have been getting the Three of Swords, and I really do believe that it's the fact that we are in kind of like a healing time. So it's an amazing time to heal and rest, relax, recover. It's an amazing time to forgive the past as well. We just entered into the year of the snake recently, and, the snake is all about healing and for kind of like forgiving the past or letting go of the past. And so that's what I would do with that Three of Swords energy. And again, I do think it's pretty interesting that, almost every single person that I've read for recently has had the Three of Swords. But again, the Three of Swords really is a card of forgiveness. Those three swords are in your own heart, so you have to remove those swords from your heart so that you can progress. And it's all about forgiving the past or forgiving people from the past, forgiving, situations from the past, all that stuff. And that's what I would do with the Three of Swords. You have the Moon. The moon can represent fears, fantasies, illusions, things like that. I actually feel really good about the moon in your reading. So, again, I read intuitively. It is interesting, in your second row, you have this sun card in the oracle deck that I'm using. So, again, it kind of makes sense that I feel good about this. I feel like you're coming out of a time of confusion. I feel there is more clarity. I do see more clarity in the reading itself. So, again, I feel pretty positive about the moon showing up here. It's like you're seeing things clearly. You have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands can represent marriage, of course. We do see love here, so if you want love, it looks good. But the Four of Wands is also a card of setting yourself free. And again, I feel that you could be setting yourself free from anything that you need to forgive or let go of from the past with that Three of Swords energy. Like I said, yeah, Four of Wands is a card of marriage, sure. But, really, the true meaning of the Four of Wands is freedom. It's kind of like a finish line card. It almost looks like a finish line up here. We have to cross through this threshold in the middle of the Four of Wands to be set free. And then, not only that, you go up Ace of Cups to the Chariot. And the Chariot, he is leaving the city behind, so he is kind of like setting himself free from where he has always been. And, so again, I feel really good about this. Even with that Ace of Cups, it would say I kind of get this feeling on the Ace of Cups that it's not really, sure, it could be talking about love, but I feel what it's saying is it's almost like you're putting yourself first more now, Sagittarius, and that you're loving yourself. Maybe that's a better way to put it with the Ace of Cups. And that could be setting you free. With the Three of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. Definitely some sort of breakup that you could be walking away from, officially or healing from officially. I do get a pushy feeling here on these first two cards, like I said. So I would be careful of any past people that are trying to make you feel bad or, trying to guilt you back into a relationship. It's definitely popping into my head. With the moon, you have the Five of Cups. I think you have to let go of the past here. The moon with the Five of Cups, he's grieving a loss of these three cups here. But the story of the Five of Cups is he has lost his taste for wine. And he is sad because something that once brought him joy, he no longer enjoys it. So it's like he has lost a source of happiness, or he has lost a source of enjoyment in his life. But really, there's something much better behind him, because if he turns around and sees these two cups, he also gets the bridge and the castle that are also on the card. So it's like he has much more to look forward to than something that he thought he wanted from the past, right? So definitely about letting go of the past, this first row, yes. With the Four of Wands, you have the Six of Swords moving away from the past. Six of Swords, they are moving on to calmer shores, so they're heading towards improvements. And, your readings for the recent period have really been readings about improvements and creating improvements. Now, you're going to have to put the work in to create those improvements. I never said it was going to be easy, but, I feel that there are improvements and opportunities for improvement for you, Sagittarius. But like I said, you're going to have to put the work in and make those things happen. And that's what I would do with these cards. The Six of Swords is, this guy here represents a guide. So I would also say that you're probably receiving messages or intuitions or dreams that are guiding you in the right direction. So I would pay attention to your guides, or the messages that you are receiving. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this angels are watching card. It says there's nothing to worry about. Angels are watching over you. So again, I think your angels, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, they're guiding you. You have this sun card. It says the sun is coming to shine its light to what's been kept hidden, to reveal the truth. Yes, I mean, we're in a time of truth. Even again, the year of the snake is a year of truth. Or the truth coming out, or, the snakes being revealed. And so, again, in a lot of ways, I feel that there could be truth coming out. These look like positive truths to me. You have the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles, which would be very positive. The Page of Pentacles could represent, like, a message coming in for you. For the most part, we look at the Knights in the Tarot as messengers, but I do believe the Page of Pentacles, it can be a messenger or someone who's coming in and delivering a message. So you could be getting important messages at this time or important communication. I also do feel like good news coming in off of this Page of Pentacles. So whatever news you're getting will probably be positive. The Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness as well. And so a lot of the times I feel that we are learning something, like we're getting information about something with the Page of Pentacles, and that's what's leading to good news. So love it. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups can be a card of your emotions overflowing. Being very happy. Could represent a love offer. Now we do have the King of Swords and the King of Cups here. I feel like this is probably one person. The King of Swords is usually like an older person or someone who's more mature. And, it could be an air sign or a water sign, or it could be a person who's like air with water or something like that, or water with air that's coming in for you. So if you want love, it definitely could be a love offer. Really, the Ace of Cups, I feel, was saying that you are valuing yourself more, or it's like you're putting yourself first, was the message that I was getting off of this Ace of Cups. So again, I feel pretty good about it. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which also would say you're putting yourself first. Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries. Also a card of independence as well. And so she keeps 6 pentacles to herself, and she has these 3 pentacles over here. And it kind of represents the fact that she always keeps enough for herself, but she's willing to share like this much with people. And this doesn't have to be money. Those pentacles could be her time, her effort, her attention, her energy. And so she puts herself first. And because she values herself and puts herself first, she gets more. And so I always look at these pentacles as like a percentage of energy. It's like I think that some of us, like some people think things have to be 50-50. It's like we have to give 50% of ourselves, which isn't true. This is more like a percentage. And because she gives to herself more, this amount is always increasing because she puts herself first. So, her let's call it 30%, just down at dirty math. I failed math my whole entire life, so we'll call it 30% here. That amount is actually always increasing because she keeps more for herself. And, that's what I would be paying attention to with the Nine of Pentacles. Also, really just a really good card for abundance. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Cups. I do feel like you're finally cutting something out of your life. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. He doesn't know where he is walking, but he just knows that what he's walking away from is something that doesn't serve him any longer. And usually that's a good thing with the Eight of Cups. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of fulfillment or wish fulfillment. So there could be some sort of wish that's being fulfilled for you at this time. With the Nine of Cups is about being in the energy of what you want. So the thing with the Nine of Pentacles as well is that the Nine of Pentacles can represent our environment. But to get the wish that we have with the Nine of Cups, we kind of have to adopt like the habits of success. Or, if you want love, you have to be in the energy of love, to get it. Same thing with money. And so the Nine of Cups is kind of like the energy side of things and being in the energy. The Nine of Pentacles is more the environment, like the energy that's around you, the things that you surround yourself with, the people you surround yourself with. And I feel if you get these two things into alignment that, the sky is the limit. You could probably attract whatever you want. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. Yeah, probably attracting a very independent person here. The problem with the King of Swords is that they can be a little closed off. And we do go up to the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands is coming up in the good stuff, so I feel like this person will open up. I kind of feel like some of you could be attracting a person who has like a good reason to be a little bit closed off. Like for example, if you are attracted to your boss, it's like there might be certain rules against it. So I don't know, it just kind of gives me that type of feeling. Like I'm not saying it's your boss, but it could be a person who has to keep things a little bit low-key, and so it might take time for this person to open up. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Blessed card and this TikTok card. There clearly it's only a matter of time before these blessings are going to enter into your life. All 3 fire signs had messages of blessings coming in, and so it could just be a time for blessings for the fire signs. I feel like these blessings are going to come from the things that you've worked on, and I also feel that the blessings could come from setting yourself apart. With the Chariot, we really have to, leave the familiar. He's leaving the city behind, which represents a familiar environment to him, and he is leaving it behind to set himself apart and go have a victory somewhere else. So I think it's kind of like an important time for you to put yourself in positions where you can have victories or you can have a victory and whatever that means for you. And yeah, that's exactly what I would do with the Chariot. It's like put yourself in a position to have a victory, but that might mean you have to leave behind something familiar or something that you've been doing for a long time. And that doesn't even mean that you have to like leave your job or your career or your business. I just feel it's saying like set yourself apart. Do things that make you unique. You have the King of Swords. The King of Swords could be like a more mature person or an older person that you're attracting into your life, if you want love. The King of Swords can also represent knowledge and wisdom, and that's definitely something that I've been feeling for you for a while, Sagittarius, is that it's time for you to take what you have learned and put it into practice. That's how we turn knowledge into wisdom, and I feel that's where you're going to get the most benefits with the King of Swords. I also feel something here about like law and order. The King of Swords can represent law and order, and it seems to me like there could be it's almost like, something is balancing out. Or, if you haven't been getting your rewards for the work that you do, for example, that's what could be balancing out with this King of Swords energy. Next, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can represent regrets or sadness. We talked about the Five of Cups already. I feel that you need to turn around and see what's behind you because I feel there's like something much better coming into your life at this time. And it could be really anything. Could be an opportunity. I kind of feel it's like a life change that you are making at this time, and that could be an environmental change. We have the Nine of Pentacles with the Chariot. The Nine of Pentacles is your environment. You have the Chariot and the World actually, which could represent a move. And so, if you're moving, that could be a beneficial change. You don't have to move though. To move, you can make moves with this energy. You can rearrange your furniture. Look, I changed my office. I used to record on a wall over here and I had like this much space behind me. Now I have like 10 feet behind me and it's like I have no clue why I set this up this way. This is much better, right? And so sometimes a change in the environment can be a big upgrade. And that's what I would be doing here with this card is like making, upgrades to your environment. With the Chariot, you have the Ace of Pentacles. A lot of opportunity for fire signs. Again, every single fire sign has had something about opportunity coming up. So the Ace of Pentacles can really represent, having some sort of opportunity that leads to a lot of growth coming in for you, and it could pull you in a new direction. So this could be like a new job opportunity, or an opportunity to get a raise or a promotion, and I would be accepting those opportunities into your life. With the King of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I love the Three of Pentacles for relationships. So if you're attracting a person, I like the Three of Pentacles because it could represent a person who really wants to put in the work. It also kind of says that the two of you have a similar vision. All three people are working on one thing on the card. They all have a role to play in accomplishing these three pentacles right here. Basically the carving this guy did up here. So I feel for a lot of you, you really could be attracting a person where it's like you have a similar vision for life, or you have a similar vision for the direction of your life. With the Five of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups here. Yes, definitely could be a knight in shining armor for sure. I feel like you have to let go of past connections with that Five of Cups. The Five of Cups can say that you have to let go of past regrets or past sadness or past hurts because again, there could be something really good coming in with that Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is like a knight in shining armor, coming in for you there. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this inheritance and mail card. You have this nourishment and transformation card. Definitely some big transformations coming in for you. We see a lot of nourishing energy in the reading. I mean, Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is Empress energy. Empress is, nurturing energy. The Ace of Pentacles is something that we have to nurture into existence. Ace of Pentacles means nothing. Ace of Pentacles just means an opportunity that has potential, and potential is nothing. Potential is what you put into something, so I would make sure that you are putting in all the work into what the things that you want to see grow, especially with that Ace of Pentacles. Next, you have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and the World showing up here. So the Page of Cups definitely could be an admirer coming in for you. The Seven of Wands can be a little bit of a closed-off energy. I kind of feel, like I said, I feel it's almost like I get this feeling that you're attracting a person that has to be careful, of something. I don't know, it's just the feeling I get. Like I said, maybe they're your boss or, maybe they're dealing with their baby mama or their baby daddy or something like that. I don't know, but it strikes me as a person that has to be careful. So I would be aware of that. I would pay attention to that. I wouldn't worry too much about it either. It's like this person might seem like they have their guard up, but again, it's like I kind of feel like they have to. It honestly almost gives me the vibes of attracting someone famous. I'm not saying you are attracting someone famous, but, it's like that's what I get here. It's almost like a person where it's like if you slide into their DMs or something, they might not be very, open, but that doesn't mean they're not interested. It just might mean that they're careful about who they talk to, right? And so I kind of get that feeling here. And again, I'm not saying they're famous, but maybe they have a position, like a public position at work or something along those lines, and it just keeps popping into my head, so I have to say it. You have the King of Cups. Yeah, I like the King of Cups for love because, especially if you're attracting a healthy King of Cups. A healthy King of Cups has explored their emotions to a very deep level. And so the King of Cups is sitting in these choppy waters, but he is perfectly fine. And so he has explored his emotions to a very deep degree. And again, usually this person is very emotionally stable, especially in the good stuff. This could also say that you have been working on your emotional stability, which is also great. When we are emotionally stable, we can make better decisions. And, I feel that you probably have been working on your emotions for a long time and now you're making better choices. You have the World. The World can represent travel or moving. So I do feel some of you could be doing that. I also would encourage you to, take your place in the world. Sometimes I feel the world says we have an opportunity to feel on top of the world by, making the right decisions or taking our place in the world, and that's kind of the feeling I get off of that World card. With the Seven of Wands and the Page of Cups, yes, you already have your eye on this person or vice versa. It's like maybe this is two people who are spying on each other. It's coming up in the good stuff, so yeah, I would just go for it, Sag. It looks good to me. With the King of Cups, you have the Fool. Yeah, I think someone here is going to have to take the risk of looking foolish. The whole point of the Fool is that he is taking a risk and, there's a risk that people will call him a fool. People have probably already told him that he is a fool for making the decision, the choice that he's about to make. And the whole point of the Fool is that we have to be willing to look like a fool to get something great. It's like anyone who's famous or anyone who's been successful in life, they have all looked like a fool at some point. It's like the risk you have to take, and so, yeah, that's what I would do here. With the World card, you have the Ace of Cups. There you go. This could be a long-distance connection as well, World and the Chariot. That could be the other reason that this person feels it's like they don't feel closed off to me. And, maybe the reason I feel like they don't feel closed off is because I feel like once they open up, they open up. It's not like you're dealing with a person who's, playing games or trying to be closed off. That's not the feeling I get, but maybe it's long distance, so maybe they're a little bit more cautious or whatever. You have this Vulture card. It says depression, anxiety, that someone is against you. Mars retrograde in Leo, it's currently retrograding in Cancer, but it started in Leo. And what I would say about that is I definitely feel that Mars retrograde can, it's all about jealousy, gossip, people flying off the handle, things like that, and we just need to realize it's the retrograde. You have this Arrow card. It says you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Yes, major confirmation for you, Sagittarius. I feel you're going in the right direction, you're doing the right thing, so I would just keep moving forward. You have this cobweb card. It says protected from negative forces beyond your control. So yes, I feel like you are protected at this time, and I wouldn't even worry about what's going on around you. You have this shark card. It says take care, there will be loss of material wealth. I've been saying to people for years now that for a long period of time everyone should be very, cautious with their finances. I literally have been saying this for years, and I said before, we had all those crypto scams and stuff. I was warning people against scams, so it's like I've been telling people about this for years. There are some very obvious things that are going on. The astrology, Uranus and Taurus. Number 1, Taurus hates get rich quick, and so I would avoid get rich quick schemes. I would be very careful of, any new crypto coin that comes out that your, 12-year-old cousin tells you about. Probably a terrible idea, right? And I literally have been warning people about this for years, so I would be very careful of get rich quick anything. Anything that seems like it will get you rich quick is probably too good to be true. And so Uranus and Taurus especially, even though Uranus will be leaving Taurus soon enough later on, it doesn't matter. A planet goes through a sign and it teaches you lessons, then you have to keep implementing the lesson after the planet has left. So I would say for a long stretch of time we should be extra cautious, and even after that as well. But until then, we should be extra cautious. No get-rich-quick schemes. No, if you make a bunch of money, don't just spend it all over the place, right? And it doesn't mean we should be paranoid, but we should just pay attention. You have this weeping willow card. It says family sorrow. I don't know, I feel like you've been dealing with family issues for a while, so, I just think this is something that Sagittarius is dealing with basically. But all in all, not bad. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.